This was something that I was thinking about on my jog today. And one thing you guys got to understand is not everybody's ready for you. Sometimes you are levels above, or just sometimes mentally, physically, and just at a place in your life where you've matured and you've reached a peak so high that you're not able to consist and you're not able to contend with other people. For example, there's times where I've talked to girls and my mindset is in a completely different place that they can't relate at all. For example, I remember when the first time I hit $10,000 a month. I was talking to a girl, she was relatively young, I would say 23. And she was like, oh, hopefully I can save at least, $300 this month to do so-and-so. I'm just like, okay. I mean, I can help you, right? And she was like, oh, that's nice, but I know you're going to hold it against me. I'm like, shorty, I'm not going to hold $300 against you, right? Because in her mind, being able to give somebody just $300 at that moment in time was just crazy. But for me, it was pocket change. It was, the girl before her, I was giving that to her to get her nails done. It was nothing at the time. And she couldn't understand that this was something that was just like, oh, he's going to hold it against me, or there must be some incentive with it, or there's something that's going to come with it, or something crazy. For example, there might be people in your life that you want to help them do better. You want to help them reach a certain place, and they got to put in just a tad bit of work. And they may not be ready for that. They may not be ready to put in that kind of work. And they see you reaching new levels. They see you doing a shitload with your day. They see you doing things with your day that they don't do on a regular basis. But for you, this is normal. This is light work. This is easy. And sometimes you got to understand that person's not there yet. That person's not at that level. There's been times where I talk to girls and they are not used to dealing with somebody, not just looks. They may have dated somebody that's not used to, being just treated in a certain way. Like, you may not get as excited as the next dude did. They might be highly insecure because they think that you get more attention than them, right? They may be highly insecure because they think that you are, I don't know, because you get all this attention, you got to be entertaining some of these women. Because you dated a girl previously that looked so much better than her that you have to be, cheating on her, and you can't be content with her. So now you're going to deal with a whole bunch of complaining, a whole bunch of whining, a whole bunch of accusing, a whole bunch of assumptions that aren't necessarily true. But now you're putting stress on you, you're putting stress on your relationship, and now you're dealing with things that you necessarily wouldn't have. So sometimes when you date a girl that's maybe not aesthetically matched with you, and what I mean by that is, like, say for example, out of 10 you would give yourself a 8.5 or a 9, and she's maybe a 6, but she has a nice body. You're going to deal with a lot of different things. When they say looks don't matter, it always matters. But even if that isn't the case mentally, if you are dealing with somebody who's a smoker, who's somebody who doesn't work out, you're dealing with somebody who isn't used to a certain lifestyle, right? Oh, I only smoke weed. Okay. I've never smoked weed a day in my life. Oh, I only smoke cigarettes. Oh, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I've never smoked anything. The most thing I've ever smoked was hookah. So you're in a totally different realm. You have a relationship with God. They barely believe in God. So it's like a lot of the times you got to understand, with some people you can't even correlate with. So you trying to come down to their level, not having uncomfortable conversations so they won't feel uncomfortable, not talking about, not, believing in the things that you necessarily believe in, because, these people are at a certain level. But sometimes you got to understand, even that you can't mess with everybody. You have to evaluate. That's why filtering out people and having a filtering mechanism is so necessary. Because you got to understand, and it's not speaking from a place of arrogance. You may be on such a high level, or you just may be at a different space mentally, physically, where this person's just not ready for you. Even when working out. I can't work out with my friends. I work out more than once a day. Sometimes I'm working out for 2 to 3 hours a clip. They're done after 40 minutes. And there's times when you can do a quick 40-minute workout. But different days call for different things. Some people are just competing at such a level. Some people are just existing at such a different level that other people can't exist with them. It's like, being, a mouse amongst lions. They can't coexist. They can't hang amongst the pack unless you evolve and elevate yourself. But some people are just not built for that. Some people don't want to elevate. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And that's one thing you got to understand. Sometimes on so many different levels and so many different aspects of life, some people are just not there with you. So you can't try to fight and try to lift them up. Sometimes you got to accept the fact, okay, cool, I get it. This is not for you. Maybe you have some insecurities. Like, there's times you talk to girls and they're just always complaining. I'm like, all right, you know what? I get it. You accused me the first day that we started talking. And some girls may do that in the form of, oh, you know what? This is not for me. You do too much. You get too much attention. It's just accusing you of shit. Oh, all these girls hitting you up. I know you got to be fucked. All right, you know what? I get it. Cool. I respect your decision. I won't bother you anymore. But sometimes it's not just a tactic. Seriously, gracefully bow out, because you're going to be dealing with more headaches than not dealing with this kind of person who has all these insecurities and they're not ready to deal with somebody like you. So sometimes you just got to let people go and understand that